Education, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. I welcome you, sir, and request you, please, you start your lecture.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm just starting. 1 minute, ma'am. 1 minute. So, my friends, should we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
नमस्कार सर.
Namaskar,
sir.
namaskar, namaskar. Good morning.
नमस्कार.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please mute yourself. So I can see so many people, familiar faces, Dr. Shazia, Afshanis ma'am, and of course, Shikha ma'am, Manoj sir, so many people in fact, Ritu ma'am. So we all are teachers, or we all are teacher educators in fact. And the topic that has been given to me is role of teacher educators in 21st century. So I have made some slides, and definitely I will try to present those issues. In fact, we are living in a different era. We are living in a different age, in fact, and it has poses some challenges for us. So first, I will try to sensitize you people. What are those challenges which we are facing? How this time has changed, and how this information age has changed us, in fact. And not only it has changed us, sir, it has changed our role. So accordingly, how we have to perform our role, what we are expected to do. So for that, let me share first my screen, and then we will proceed. Can you see my screen, my friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Okay, okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
yeah, please mute yourself. As I mentioned, the topic is role of teacher educators in 21st century. Now, first I would like to present some facts before you people. And these facts you can see on my slide. So there are 5 facts which has been mentioned, and I would like to request any one of you to please read the slide. Any one of you, please read the slide.
To begin with, India has become the most populous country of the world. Top 20 jobs of today did not exist in year 2000. Our youth population is the most important resource. In the 21st century, learning does not stop with school bell. NEP 2020 give much more importance to digitalization.
Right, right. Who are you, ma'am?
Arshi Khan, Assistant Professor, VVPG Shamli.
Okay. Arshi ma'am, do you have any disagreement or any objection on these points which I have written?
No, sir, I agree with the points.
All the points?
Yes, sir.
What about the other friends?
I also agree with this.
Okay. Who are you, ma'am?
I'm Dr. Shubhra Jamal.
Shubhra ma'am, what do you teach, ma'am?
Sir, I teach English.
Okay, okay. Any third opinion?
Yes, sir, I am agreed.
Who are you, ma'am?
I'm Dr. Ritu Gupta from Kazganj, Department of Chemistry.
Chemistry. Okay, okay. Any other opinion?
Yes, sir. I am also agree with you.
Who are you, ma'am?
I'm Ritireka Kalita from Assam Department of Education.
Okay, okay, okay. So fortunately, all of my friends, all of my brethren and sisters, they agree with me. So first point, very much self-explanatory. Now we are the most populous country of the world, and we have huge youth population. And though our country has a lot of resources, if you talk about forest resources, mineral resources, food resources, energy resources, but the most important resources for us is our youth population. Coming to the second point, today we are talking a career like making YouTuber. We are talking about system analyst. We are talking about data analyst. We are talking about web developer. Such type of jobs and such type of work didn't exist in the year 2000. So in these 24 years, such a drastic change has taken place that today's top 20 paid jobs, glamorous jobs, they didn't exist in the year 24 years back. So just I wanted to sensitize you people how fastly the time is changing. Coming to the fourth point, that's very important for you and for me as a teacher. Definitely, in your time, in my time, when the bell rang, there were very few chances to learn. I mean, school would have been closed, library would have been closed, teachers will go to their respective home. So chances of learning was least. But in this era, in 21st century, definitely learning is possible 24 by 7 because we have so many, in fact, resources. So this is the fourth fact that I wanted to present before you people. And finally, NEP 2020, you all are teachers and you all know how NEP 2020 has talked about paradigm shift. It is talking about experiential learning. It is talking about digitalization. It is talking about change in the system. It is talking about more and more responsibility of the teachers. So all these are five important facts that I wanted to present to you before you people. I wanted to sensitize you people. Now, another thing that I wanted to present, it is also a fact and it's mentioned on my slide. So, any one of you, please read the slide.
So may I?
We are
Yeah,
facing
sure, sure.
We are facing the fourth industrial revolution.
Hmm,
First revolution occurred in 1764.
hmm,
Second revolution occurred in 1870.
hmm,
Third in 1969 computers.
hmm.
Fourth revolution is related to artificial intelligence.
Right. Who are you, man?
So Dr. Afshan is
Okay, okay, Akshan. So, you see, at this juncture of time, we are facing the fourth industrial revolution. So, if you see the human history, it is said that first Indian industrial revolution occurred in 1764 with the invention of steam engine. So what happened with the invention of the steam engine? Much dependence on animals and much dependence on human labor was reduced. So we had engines, and because of that engines, we increased our productivity. Production was increased, efficiency was increased, and ease was created, and it revolutionized the whole world in 1764 with the invention of steam engine. Now, almost after 100 years, another revolution took place, and that revolution took place with the invention of electrical energy. So, it has lot of importance. Electrical energy made our life very easy. Because of electrical energy, we invented a lot of machines, which further reduced our dependence on animals and human labor. And more machines were invented, more efficiency was increased, and more production was increased. So it also revolutionized our life. But you see, the time period between first and second industrial revolution is almost of 100 years. Coming to the third industrial revolution, personal computers were invented in 1969. Though computers were invented much before than that period, but user-friendly computers, personal computers, they were invented in 1969. And because of the invention of the computer, computing became very easy, calculation became very easy, data keeping became very easy, data analysis became very easy. So it revolutionized our life. Again, if you see the time period between second and third industrial revolution, so you will find a gap of 100 years. But you see, the fourth industrial revolution is related to artificial intelligence, and it has occurred in 2016. So if you calculate the time from 1969 to 2016, it is almost 47 years. So what I wanted to say before you people, that the time period between third and fourth industrial revolution is almost half of that time period which was there between first and second industrial revolution and second and third industrial revolution. So through this, I wanted to sensitize you people how fastly the changes are occurring in our society. So what the experts are saying, that whenever the fifth industrial revolution will take place, it will be taking only 25 years. Whenever the sixth industrial revolution take place, it will be taking only 12 to 3 years. So as soon as we will be progressing, definitely, this time period of industrial revolution will be reduced. That is, changes will be occurring very fastly. And in this era, we are living with the digitalization of technology in the era of artificial intelligence. This I have presented through this figure. So can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So all those things that I have explained through words, that you can see through this figure. Now, another thing that I wanted to present before you people, when you were in the classroom, when I was in the classroom, that classroom was different. But today, you see, our students live in a different classroom. So let me compare anatomy of the 20th century classroom with the 21st century classroom. So first, I have identified 4 characteristics of 20th century classroom. Then in the next slide, I would like to identify 4 important characteristics of 21st century classroom. And through that, you can compare how our classrooms have changed. So any one of you can read it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Anatomy of 20th century classroom. Formal, time-bound, teacher-centered, fixed place.
Yeah. Who are you, ma'am?
Ma'am, sorry, sir. Riturekha Kalita.
Okay. Okay. Now, come to the anatomy of 21st century classroom. So any one of you, please read it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Anatomy of 21st century classroom. MASP Pro, digital infrastructure, ERP, enterprise resource planning, and parent portal.
Yeah. Who are you, ma'am?
I am Sir Surabhi Mishra.
Surabhi Mishra. Right. So first, let me discuss the anatomy of 20th century classroom, and then we will come to the 21st century classroom, and then we will compare. Now, coming to the anatomy of 20th century classroom, these 4 characteristics were there. It was formal, it was time-bound, it was teacher-centered, and it was fixed place. So do you agree with me on these 4 points?
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So your classroom was formal when you were in the classroom, my friends? My friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How you can say it was formal?
Because we had formal teaching practices, time bound, and that was teacher centered and also on a fixed place.
Okay. 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 Any more clarification?
Yes, we have taken our all education in a boundary of the school. We have not have any flexibility at that time.
Okay.
Sir, and
Okay.
each and every class has their same place.
Okay. 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 Who are you, ma'am?
Sir, myself, Ubina.
Yeah, Rubina, ma'am. Yeah. Any other opinion about this formal classrooms?
Yes, sir, we have a fixed result, fixed curriculum, fixed timetable.
Okay. Okay. Any other opinion?
Sir, and teacher is the only source of our knowledge.
Okay.
Yes,
And
sir, we
all
can say
work
that.
related to exams.
Okay.
So it is somehow teacher centered. Teacher is a
Okay.
dominating position in the class.
Okay. Okay. Who are you, ma'am?
So Afshanis.
Afsha, ma'am. Okay. Afsha, ma'am, have you ever thought when you were in the classroom to mute your teacher? Ma'am? Afsha, ma'am,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
आप अपने टीचर को म्यूट कर पाती क्लासरूम में?
No,
No, sir.
अच्छा, आप उनको उनकी स्पीड को बहुत तेज कर पाती या स्लो कर पाती?
no.
No, sir.
No, sir.
अच्छा,
No, sir.
राइट राइट. अच्छा, आपके पास ये चॉइस थी कि अगर मंडे को टीचर की क्लास है एंड समहाउ यू आर नॉट फीलिंग वेल, या आपका मन नहीं है या मूड नहीं है, तो मंडे के बजाय उस टीचर की क्लास ट्यूसडे को हो जाए? वाज इट पॉसिबल?
No.
No,
Of
sir.
course.
No, sir.
Of course. So see, in our time, our classrooms were very formal. Up to such extent, even place of sitting was fixed. So there is one lecture theater. So right side girls will sit and left side boys will sit. And of course, teacher will come, he will take the attendance or she will take the attendance, close the register, and then, start lecturing, and hardly students were allowed to ask the question in between the lecture time. But of course, before 5 minutes, lecture will be over and the teacher will be giving the opportunity to ask the question. So everything was so formal and everything was so time bound. Of course, if it is a period of 40 minutes or 45 minutes and it is from 10:15 to 11, so it will be taking place between 10:15 to 11. So not before then that, not after then that, And it was highly teacher centered. So can you explain me this point? What do I mean by this teacher centric approach or teacher centered classroom?
Teacher centered classroom, because in that classroom, teacher is the only source of knowledge, and students is only a listener. They do not have allowed to share their opinions or ideas in the classroom.
Okay. Any other opinion? My friends, any other opinion? Yeah.
The teacher dominant.
Teacher dominant, teacher centric. Everything was around the teacher because teacher was one of the most important sources of knowledge. And definitely, if it is a fixed, suppose physics class or it is a chemistry class, so something teacher will discuss in the lecture theater, something in the laboratory. So even place was fixed. So everything was very formal, structured. Now come to the 21st century classroom. So first point, MASP Pro. Have you ever heard about it, my friends? My friends?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
No, sir.
Anybody else?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
No problem. No problem. No problem. All of you are connected to internet now, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Sir.
just open
Yes, sir.
Google. Just open Google and type MASP Pro. Open Google and type MASP Pro. And tell me what is it. I'm giving you 1 minute time.
Sir, Microsoft app.
Sir, it's Microsoft apps.
Hmm. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, tell, what is it?
Sir, it says maps most advanced mapping application on the Windows.
Source of Windows Store, sir.
Microsoft.
Someone's mic is open. Please mute yourself. Someone's mic is open. Yeah. So it is Microsoft aspired school
Most
program. Someone's mic is open. Please mute yourself.
Abhishek ji, kindly mute
Microsoft
yourself.
mapping application.
Abhishek ji.
Yeah. So it is a software basically. It's a very good software. It keeps the record of every of your student. I mean, how much of their attendance, how much days they are present, how much days they are absent, what they have scored in the first term exam or first semester exam, what they have scored in the second semester exam, whether they are progressing or regressing. I mean, it's a very good software. So, through it, you can maintain the record of each and every student of your classroom. And most of the schools, good schools nowadays, they are using this software. There's no doubt, if you come to the second point, that every school nowadays have digital infrastructure. So,
Sika ma'am, please mute. Sika ma'am.
So, I mean, almost every school has these, PPT presentation and, these projectors and LCD projectors and internet connectivity, Wi-Fi. I mean, we are giving much emphasis on, this digitalization or digital infrastructure. Another thing that has changed 21st century classroom from 20th century classroom is this ERP. So it stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Again, I would like to request you people to go to Google and search, what is it? Enterprise Resource Planning. So I will be giving you 1 minute for this.
Planning.
Yeah. Please find it. Enterprise Resource Planning.
Sir, record employer details.
Anything else?
Sir, evaluate performance.
Okay.
A process used by companies to manage and integrate the important parts of their business.
Okay. Okay. Any other opinion? My friends?
Business management software, sir.
Yeah.
Which gives a large.
Yeah. So how much fee do you collect, and what you are doing, under which, what your budget, what you are planning to do, how much you have spent, in the next 5 years, what will be your requirement, how many classrooms you will be needing, how much benches, how much computers, how much books you'll be needing, and how you will be managing. I mean, each and everything you can do. Again, it's a very good software, and nowadays all of the good schools, they are using it. It has made our life very easy, particularly related to the issues of budget, related to issues of finance, related to issues of expenditures, balance sheets, and implies records and all those. And MASP Pro has made our life very easy so far at maintaining the record of the student. Finally, the last point, we have parent portal, and in every school, I mean, through parent portal, parents are contacted. So in our time also, parents were contacted, but opportunity of this contact was very less. Hardly there would have been one PTM in 1 month. But nowadays, I mean, through parent portal, if there is any issue, there is any problem, very quickly parents might be called, the problems might be discussed with the parents. So parent portal has again made the life of schools very easy. So these are the 4 points, the previous 4 points, how our classrooms were formal, fixed place, structured, organized, and possibility of change was least. But 21st century classroom is very much flexible. So many flexibilities and so many ease is there. Now, another point that's very important from the learner's point of view, that the 21st century learners are required to develop 4 C's. And if you see, these 4 C's have been mentioned on the slide. What are those 4 C's?
Critical thinking, communication, collaboration, creativity.
These 4 are very important for the 21st century learner. Critical thinking, always it was important. Since times immemorial, critical thinking was important. But in today's era, certain kind of innovation, certain kind of creativity, certain kind of searching new things, very much depends on critical thinking. So critical thinking has become very important. Coming to the second thing, communication. So do you think communication is important, my friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
you might have so much knowledge, you might have so much, mental faculties, but people will not get you unless and until you have communication ability. So communication has become very important in today's world. Third thing, collaboration. So do you think, my friends, collaboration is important?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How?
Sometimes. Yes, sir.
How?
Sharing of views, sir. Sharing of views.
Sharing of views. Anything else?
To work together with different institutions.
Yeah, there might be another point. Anything else? Anything else?
Support each other or help each other, sir. That's also important.
Okay. See, collaboration between 2 individuals, collaboration between 2 groups, collaboration between 2 communities, 2 societies, 2 countries, 2 organizations, are more than 2. I mean, nowadays it is very important. And you have seen that in COVID period, how scientists of so many countries, they worked together, they sat together, they developed some vaccine, or there are so many complex issues which we are facing nowadays. So climate change is such an issue, pollution is such an issue, a value crisis is such an issue. I mean, so many complex problems we are facing, and these complex problems, I'm quite sure, might be solved only through collaboration. So collaboration is very important. Now, coming to the last point, that is creativity. So what is creativity, by the way?
It is, sir. Sir, it is quality of a student developing or creating new idea, new thoughts, sir.
Okay. Any more idea?
Innovation.
Something new formation.
Development of the inner potentialities.
नई तख्लीक करना.
Abstract thinking, sir.
नई तख्लीक करना. Right. So it's not always to create something new is creativity. Even using the old things in a new setting, it's also a kind of creativity. Now, let me give you one example. So there are so many ladies teachers in this program. So my friends, have you heard about poncho?
So what, sir? So repeat.
Poncho.
Sweater.
Sir,
Sweater.
It's a cloth.
We wear sweater.
Yes.
सर स्वेटर फॉर्म में पोंचू पहनते हैं हम लोग पोंचू में तो भाई
Clothes for winter season.
या इट्स शॉल या स्वेटर या जो कुछ भी कहें, लेकिन शॉल जो होती है, तो शॉल जब आप ओढ़ती हैं तो वो सरकती है, ढीली हो जाती है। और पोंचो जो है ऐसा होता है कि वो फिक्स होता है, आप गले में डाल लीजिए तो
यस यस यस
Fixed with arms.
या तो डू यू नो हाउ दिस हैज बीन इन्वेंटेड माय फ्रेंड्स? Now, poncho is not a new idea. In fact, if you see the history, so 1,000 years back, when particularly tribal people, they used to go to work in winter season. So you see, they have certain kind of poncho that was made up of leather, and they used to cover their body through that, particularly ladies. क्योंकि काम करने के टाइम वो बार बार पोंचो, मतलब बार बार जो वो सरके ना, तो इस वजह से वो लेदर की फिक्स बनाते थे और गर्दन सर से नीचे डाल लेते थे। तो लॉन्ग बैक, आई मीन 1,000 years old बैक, बट यू नो that has been changed. It has become nowadays very glamorous, and you know, so many celebrities and so many important personalities they used to wear. So this is an example ki creativity never mean always creating something new. Even if you are using something old in a new setting, that also is a part of creativity. That's also kind of creativity. So these 4 C's in fact are very important for 21st century learners, and that is critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. Now, coming to the role of teacher educators in 21st century. So till now, I have presented before you people how our classrooms have changed, and you know how fast the changes are occurring in the society. You know, so nowadays, at this juncture of time, it's important ki how our role is also changing with the change in the society. So we are required to perform a lot of roles. In fact, we the teacher educators. तो क्या क्या हैं ये रोल्स, इसको मैंने ये इस स्लाइड पे ये 7 रोल्स हैं. I think these are very important. So any one of you please read it, and then we will discuss every role one by one. पढ़िए, कोई आप में से पढ़े?
A planner for 21st century career.
Yeah.
A resource provider is a digital instructor for different ways of learning. A learning facilitator, a technology lover for learning, a digital learner for the lifetime. And next, a genuine predictor.
So these are the roles of teacher educators in 21st century. A planner for 21st century career. So what do you mean through this point, my friends? My friends? My friends, listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So we should develop innovative ideas in teaching learning process to develop to cope up with the new technologies. That is the main planning of 21st century.
Okay. Any other opinion?
Sir, it is about planning of the upcoming careers with some enlightenment for the student career choices, suggesting their career according to the latest life skills.
Okay. Okay. Any third opinion? Yes, my friends. Yeah.
Making an opportunity of getting jobs in the job market through education.
See, the century in which you are living, there are a lot of careers, lot of employment opportunities. And the moment I'm saying this career, it might not be only seeking the job. Even it might be starting your own business, starting your own, you might be an entrepreneur. I mean, there are so many opportunities. So if you see your time, in our time, career choices were very limited. Few choices were there for everyone. But nowadays, students have lot of choices, and so much of choice sometimes create problems for the students. They're unable to decide which way they should go or the career they should adopt. So since in our country most of the parents, they are not so well versed and they're unable to guide their students, so it becomes the responsibility of the teacher, educators or teachers to guide the students for their career. So it will be possible only when we will be well versed with all those careers. We'll be knowing what's going on in the society, and in order to become suppose an engineer, in order to become a technician, in order to become a YouTuber, what is required. That requirement, in the classrooms or through our teaching, how those requirements can be fulfilled or something like that. So a very vigilant, a very alert teacher educator is required in order to cope up with the pressure that has been created by this 21st century career. So this was the first point. We all teacher educators are required to be a planner for 21st century career. Coming to the second point, a resource provider. What does it mean? My friends?
Teachers should provide excellent knowledge and information to students as much as possible.
Okay. Any other opinion?
Hello.
Hmm.
Sir, can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, sure. Please tell.
The teacher should provide also the references of good books or textbooks related to their subject matter, and also the teacher should refer to some international and national level journals and inspire them to go through those journals and inspire them to do the research works also.
Okay. Who are you, ma'am?
Sir, I am Dr. Chandrani from Calcutta Girls BT College in Baliganj, Kolkata.
Okay. What do you teach, ma'am?
I teach education.
Okay.
I am assistant professor in education.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So,
Thank you, sir.
yeah. So, I'm sure all of you will agree with me that we all download materials from the internet. All of you download, no? I think.
Yes, sir.
My friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we all download so much material from internet. But how many of us have the courage and ability to upload as well? हम लोगों में से कितने जो अपलोड भी करते हैं? बताइए.
Yes, sir.
हम में से कितने ऐसे लोग हैं जो अपलोड भी करते हैं इंटरनेट पे? हैं?
बहुत कम है सर.
बहुत कम है.
सर करते हैं अपलोड.
नहीं, आई डोंट से यू डोंट डू, डेफिनेटली, लेकिन डाउनलोड करने वालों की तादाद बहुत ज्यादा है, एंड व्हाट आई से अपलोड बहुत कम लोग कर पाते हैं. सो we all are blessed with knowledge, we all are blessed with skills, और काफी हम लोग के पास एक्सपीरियंस है, काफी अपने सब्जेक्ट को हमने पढ़ा है, और जिस दौर में हम रह रहे हैं तो वी हैव लॉट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजीज एज वेल. तो न्यूटन्स फर्स्ट लॉ, सेकंड लॉ, थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन है, उसमें से कोई एक ले लिया, नाउन, प्रोनाउन, एडवर्ब, एडजेक्टिव ले लिया, एक्टिव पैसिव वॉइस ले लिया, डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट जो इंग्लिश ग्रामर में हम सिखाते हैं वो ले लिए, मैथमेटिक्स की सम थ्योरम है, समथिंग लाइक दैट, और उसको अच्छे से उसकी वीडियो बना करके हमने कहीं पर डाल दिया किसी एक अच्छी रेलेवेंट साइट पे. तो इट माइट हैपन कि वी माइट बी लाइक्ड बाय पीपल. अगर लोगों को वो हमारी वीडियो पसंद आएगी, हमारा एक्सप्लेनेशन समझ में आएगा, तो डेफिनेटली पीपल विल लाइक अस. तो all these things were not required in the previous century, but being a resource provider has become very important in the 21st century. So nowadays, almost every university instructing its teachers to write down learning material, to upload something on website and or YouTube, and encouraging the teachers to learn more and more through MOOCs and all those things. So being a resource provider, I mean, it's a very important role, and teacher educators are forced nowadays to become a resource provider. Then digital instructor. So digital instruction are quite different, and I'm sure you will agree with me that before COVID period, I mean, it was unthinkable that someone will be in Calcutta, someone will be in Assam, and someone will be in Aligarh, and someone will be in Punjab, someone will be in Mumbai, and in virtual classroom you will be attending this workshop. I think it was unthinkable before COVID, but it has become possible only through technology. So no, every teacher is educator is required to be a lover for technology, a digital instructor, because very soon these face to face mode classes will become a history. ये धीरे धीरे करके खत्म हो जाएंगी, and it will be replaced by online classes, virtual mode classes. So if will not be well versed with digital instruction, so it will be very difficult for us to do the needful. So we have to become a digital instructor, a learning facilitator. So, by the way, what do you mean by being a facilitator, learning facilitator? What do you mean?
Being a helping hand.
Okay, any more clarification?
To make learning easier for students.
Okay, anything else?
देखिए आपने गाड़ी चलाई थी देखिए आपने कार चलाई थी
किसी का माइक खुला हुआ है, बंद कर लीजिए. My question is, what do you mean by a learning facilitator?
Sir, providing a suitable environment for learning.
Someone who provides some outcome for productivity.
Okay. Before that, another question.
Sir,
Yeah,
we
please.
can inspire them for self-learning also.
Yeah. Very good.
Self-learning, and they should become ever learner as a teacher, and we should become the role model of that also.
Oh, very good, ma'am.
Seeing in the
That's very
library,
good answer.
if they watch, observe the teachers also, they are doing the library work, maybe digital or something else physically. They will be also inspired to do that self-learning processes.
Right. So thank you, ma'am. It's a very good answer. So before that, another question that I wanted to ask. There are two terms, teaching and learning. So what's the difference between these two? Come on, my friends.
Sir, teaching means providing knowledge.
Yes.
Then learning means acquisition of knowledge or gaining new things, new thoughts, new ideas.
Okay. Any other opinion? Oh, come on, my friends. It's a very easy question. What's the difference between teaching and learning?
Sir, by teaching we mean imparting knowledge to anyone. They may be our students, or he or she can be any other person. Or by learning means gaining knowledge from someone or some source.
टीचिंग हमेशा चलती रहती है सर. सॉरी, लर्निंग सर प्रोसेस सर हमेशा चलता रहता है. एंड टीचिंग आप पर्टिकुलर पढ़ा रहे हैं.
Okay. Sir, may I?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, teaching learning is a continuous process. Sir, teaching is that whatever the knowledge is imparted by the teacher is a teaching, and whatever the students gain knowledge is a learning. But this teaching learning is not limited to the teacher and the student, but teacher is also learning through teaching process. सर टीचिंग के दौरान टीचर भी कुछ ना कुछ लर्न करता है अगर स्टूडेंट्स का फीडबैक अच्छा नहीं आता है तो एट दैट स्टेज टीचर इज ऑल्सो अ लर्नर.
Okay, okay. So I have listened to your opinion, and let me sum it up. There's one major difference between teaching and learning. If you see the process of education, so we define education as a bipolar process. Process means a pole has two ends. And if you say that education is a bipolar process, then at one end it is the teacher, and at the other end it is the learner. So remember, my friends, in the process of education, whatever the efforts are made by the teachers, that comes under the category of teaching. So you're lecturing, you're explaining, you're citing good examples, you're asking question, you're giving answer to your students' questions, you're writing on the blackboard. Everything that you do at your end, at your part, that comes in the category of teaching. But whatever the efforts are made by the students, that come under the category of learning. So remember, in your time, in my time, it was the teaching which was very important. And why it was very important? Because teachers were supposed to be one of the most important resources of knowledge, was one of the most important sources of knowledge. So at that time, we had only two sources of knowledge. One was the teacher himself or herself, and another source was books in the library. But nowadays, we have so many sources of knowledge. So nowadays, teaching is not as important as learning. And as ma'am just has said, motivating, provoking, creating curiosity among the mind of the students to learn more, to understand in a better way, to apply the knowledge in the real life, you know, recommending good books, recommending good sites. I mean, all these things are very important, and that comes under the category of teacher as a facilitator. So teacher by every way should facilitate the students for learning, motivate the students for learning, because since they have lot of sources of knowledge, so only thing that is important, if they will develop certain kind of curiosity, if they will develop certain kind of love for gaining the knowledge, so definitely they can do this, and a teacher can play a very important role in that. So our role is changing, and nowadays we are required to behave as a learning facility. Now, fifth point I have already explained. A teacher educator is required a technology lover for learning, and for that you have to, for your whole life, you have to become a digital learner, because technology's lifetime is very short, span of time is very short. Day by day new technologies come and old technologies become outdated. So if you'll not keep yourself updated, so you will also be outdated. So for the whole lifetime you have to become a digital learner. And finally comes a genuine predictor. So at this point, I would like to take your opinion. What you have understood through this point, my friends? A genuine predictor. My friends? My friends?
Sure,
Yeah.
surety about the things.
Yes, sir.
Very sure that thing will be happen.
Okay. Anything else?
So to find out the actual problem.
Okay. Any third opinion?
Sir, prediction about our students.
Okay.
Sir, it may be prediction about the student career choices or what is the going uh, current phenomena scenario in the upcoming years, keeping research in that direction.
Okay.
Maybe this.
Prediction simply means what's going to happen in next 5 years, in next 10 years, how society will change, how jobs will be changed, how careers will be changed, how mode of delivery will be changed, and for that, I mean, a genuine predictor means assessing what's going to happen in the coming years, and accordingly updating himself or herself and updating his or her students as well. So if we are doing that, in that situation, we can say that we are a genuine protector. So in my opinion, this 21st century requires these 7 roles from us to play. Now, do you think that playing all these 7 roles is an easy job, my friends? My friends?
No, sir. It's not an easy task.
Any other opinion? My friends? My friends, please respond.
Sir, it's not easy, but we can do it.
You can do it. Okay. And anything else? Any other opinion? My friends? Any third opinion? Okay, where are you, my friends? I think.
Sir, we are listening. We are listening.
Yeah,
Sir.
sure. So I think.
We are listening, sir.
Yeah. So you see, I mean, it's not an easy job to perform all these roles, but as man said, definitely, if we'll do work hard, if we'll feel our commitment to the society, if we'll be devoted, if we'll realize our responsibility, definitely we can do. So further, in order to perform these roles, teacher educators are required to be catalyst, leader, mentor, counselor, creator, controller, prompter, organizer, instructor, and proactive. So let me repeat. The previous roles, 7 roles, which I discussed before you people, which we are required to play nowadays, further requires that we have to be catalyst. So what is a catalyst? Who is a catalyst, my friends?
One who enhances the process of teaching, learning.
In chemistry, there are certain substances which makes the reaction rate faster or slower. So they are known as catalyst. So teacher educators nowadays are required to be catalyst, means somehow motivating the students for learning, realizing their responsibilities, creating commitment and devotion. I mean, all those things. So catalyst as well as leader, leading from the front. So I'm a good teacher, I'm a good researcher, I'm a good human being, I'm contributing to the society, I'm contributing to the extension work. So everywhere I have to lead. So I have to do research, I have to conduct research in order to find out the problems. What are the problems I'm facing or my students are facing? So certain kind of action research or like these, we are required to do. So we have to become a leader. Mentor. So if you see our beloved country, India, it has thousands of years old history of education. I mean, our education system is one of the oldest. And if you see the history of education, you will find that there were so many mentors and certain kind of mentor-mentee relationship existed in that education system. So that is further required to be, sustained or created or propagated. Mentor, I mean, the moment our students have left us, it never mean ki our relationship is over. Definitely keeping in touch with them, further motivating them for contributing, further motivating them for doing research and something like that. So mental. Then counseling, that's very important. And counseling is very important because of the career choices which exist before us. And then creator, I already have explained, creating knowledge, creating videos, uh, giving some new explanation to the old things, explaining the things in a better way, ensuring the explanation in such a way that students might understand. I mean, for that, you have to be creative. Controller, so many roles you have been given. So controlling all those things. Prompter, you prompt your students for good work. Organizer, definitely there are so many things you are required to do in your institution. And all those, every time it is not scholastic activities or curricular activities. There are so many co-curricular activities, debates, discussions, quizzes, organizing some science fairs or eco club or, mathematics club or something like that. And you might be given the charge for that. So you have to organize those events as well. So for that, you have to become organized. Instructor, this is a new concept that everything, instead of teaching everything to your student, instruct them to go to the library and search some material, to visit this particular site and think what has been given, and reflect from that, and make a note of that or something like that. So go to the library and do yourself this reaction and find out what happens when you add this chemical. In this chemical, when you add carbon dioxide, or you add sulfur, H2S gas, or what happens, something like that. So this is a new role. Nowadays it is becoming very popular, instructor. And finally, proactive. So who is a proactive, my friends? My friends, what do you mean by being proactive? My friends, please respond. My friends, listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Sir.
Yeah.
We are listening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
क्या मतलब है?
Yes, sir.
क्या मतलब है प्रोएक्टिव का?
प्रोएक्टिव से मतलब है सर, जो स्टूडेंट या पार्टिसिपेंट है वो एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट कर रहा है हर एक्टिविटी में, टीचिंग से लेके एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज तक। Yes.
Okay, anything else? Anything else?
Sir, organizing things in a planned way and working on it.
हेलो सर,
या
असाइन एक्टिविटीज से ज्यादा एक्टिविटीज करने की कोशिश करना, ट्राई करना, मैक्स टू मैक्स करना।
Okay.
Sir, already he is boosted up about these things, and he is more active during that period.
प्रोएक्टिव मीन्स जैसे कुछ हमारे एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं, उनसे हमें पता है कि कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स क्रिएट होती हैं, तो उनको पहले उनके लिए कुछ ना कुछ अरेंज करना, कुछ ना कुछ प्लान करना। मतलब
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड.
So we should organize some extended educational programs for them, just like quizzes or some educational visits to some academic places, just like libraries and all.
Okay, okay. See, आपको ऐसा लगता है कि जब आप क्लासरूम में लेक्चर देने जाती हैं तो आपको प्यास लगती है या आपको खांसी आ जाती है, तो जब ऐसा होता है तब आप जाती हैं, पानी पीती हैं। तो इफ यू डू लाइक दिस, यू आर एक्टिव। लेकिन रियलाइजिंग दैट कि जब लेक्चर के दौरान मुझे प्यास लग जाती है, मुझे खांसी आती है, तो पहले से ही आप अपने साथ पानी की बोतल लेकर के आती हैं, तो इट मीन्स यू आर प्रोएक्टिव। दैट इज यू हैव रियलाइज्ड दैट दिस इज गोइंग टू हैपन, in advance you do some provision for that, so you are proactive. My friends, got my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
Not taking any chance ki this will happen, so I will do this, or students will do this, so I will do this. I mean, someone's mic is open, please mute yourself. So someone's mic is open, please mute yourself. Yeah. So I mean, students will do this, so I will do this. I mean, students will be planning like this, so I'll be planning that. I mean, don't take chance. So be proactive, realizing that this might happen, realizing that this is about to happen. Accordingly, you be ready for that. So in that situation, you will be proactive. So the changed role required, in a nutshell, if I say that we have to become catalyst, we have to become leader, we have to become mentor, we have to become counselor, we have to become creator, we have to become controller, we have to become prompter, we have to become organizer, we have to become instructor, and we have to become proactive. Now again, do you think that being a controller, being a prompter, being a organizer, being an instructor, being a catalyst, again is an easy job, my friends? आसान काम है?
यस यस
हैं?
यस बहुत आसान
No. आसान है?
No,
No,
no
sir.
sir.
No, sir. No,
No,
no.
sir. It's not easy task.
It's
मेरे
not.
लिए तो आसान है सर.
अच्छा, तो आप एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी हैं सर?
नहीं एक्स्ट्रा तो नहीं लेकिन कर लेते हैं सर.
अच्छा, okay, okay, but I think most of us will find difficulties, isn't it, my friends? तो क्या करें फिर? How we can perform these extended roles? So some tips I am presenting on this slide. I'm quite sure you can see this. ये 6 पॉइंट्स हैं, आपको दिख रहे हैं स्लाइड पे?
Yes, sir.
तो आप में से कोई एक पढ़े इसको. आप में से कोई एक पढ़िए.
By managing time effectively, by learning stress management, by handling student diversity properly, by providing experiences of joyful learning, by evaluating performance of the student objectively, by being well versed with online and blended mode of teaching.
Thank you, ma'am. So if a little bit attention you will pay on these points which ma'am has just read, I'm quite sure we can play our role, we can perform our role, which roles I have discussed in the previous slide. So time management, something very important. आप लोग को लगता है कि आपके पास काम बहुत हैं और टाइम कम पड़ जाता है उसके लिए? ऐसा कभी एहसास होता है आप लोग को?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. For some time.
You see, day by day, ये जो क्लरिकल काम थे वो सारे के सारे टीचर्स पे आते जा रहे हैं. पहले यूनिवर्सिटी में एम्प्लॉइज होते थे जो मार्क्स को चढ़ाते थे, मार्क्स को चेक करते थे, और बहुत सारे जो इस तरह के क्लरिकल काम हैं. अब सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज में धीरे धीरे ये काम टीचर्स पे आ रहा है. देन यू हैव IQAC, बहुत सारा रिकॉर्ड चाहिए होता है, स्टूडेंट्स के रिलेटेड बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं, टीचर्स के रिलेटेड बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं, एंड मेनी ऑफ अस माइट बी द इंचार्ज फॉर दिस IQAC, यू नो. इसके अलावा आपका जो ट्रेडिशनल काम है, टीचिंग, रिसर्च, एंड ऑफ कोर्स क्वेश्चन पेपर बनाना, इवेल्युएशन करना, और जो इस तरह के जो काम है वो तो हैं ही, लेकिन अब डे बाय डे क्या होता जा रहा है कि वो क्लरिकल काम भी हमारे सर पर आता जा रहा है, एंड दैट रिक्वायर्स एफिशिएंट टाइम मैनेजमेंट. तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है. ईच ऑफ अस हैव 24 आवर्स एंड ओनली 2 हैंड्स. लेकिन आपने देखा होगा कि कुछ लोग बहुत इफेक्टिवली चीजों को करते हैं, उनका कोई काम पेंडिंग नहीं होता है, बहुत ही स्मूथली चीजें चलती हैं, और कुछ लोगों का काम लिंगरान होता है. काम जब लिंगरान होता है, सो वन स्टेज कम्स व्हेन यू एक्सप्लोड इट. तो प्रेशर की वजह से, स्ट्रेस की वजह से. तो लिंगरिंग ऑन, पोस्टपोनिंग, आई डोंट थिंक इज एडवाइजेबल. हाँ, हर काम हर दिन नहीं हो सकता है, दैट आई डू एग्री. तो जो हो सकता है उसको करें, हम टाइम को मैनेज करें, टीचिंग के लिए टाइम निकालें, रिसर्च के लिए टाइम निकालें, जो आपके रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स वगैरह हैं उनके लिए टाइम निकालें. इफ यू हैव बीन गिवन सम additional responsibility like being a warden in the hostel, or you are in the proctoral team, or you are in the admission committee, or you are in the IQAC team, yeah, so definitely you have to manage the time effectively. So that's very important. तो इसके लिए फालतू कामों के लिए वक्त कम निकालें और ज्यादा से ज्यादा कोशिश करें कि अच्छे काम करें. तो आई थिंक यू कैन डू इट, इजंट इट माय फ्रेंड्स?
Yes, sir.
Now coming to the second point, stress management. You people feel stress, my friends? Do you feel stress?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we feel.
क्यों?
Burden of work, pending works, etc. Workload.
और
सर कभी कभी चीजें
सर हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में जैसे 4 सीटें हैं और अब सिंगल ही सीट रह गई है, मैं अकेली वर्कर हूँ।
हाँ।
तो जी, और दूसरा ये सर कि जब से पहले एनुअल सिस्टम था, अब एनईपी का सिस्टम है, ज्यादा पेपर वर्क हो गया है, साल में 2 बार पेपर हो रहे हैं, बच्चों को कनेक्ट करना स्पेशली देहात के बच्चों को बड़ा मुश्किल टास्क है। क्योंकि वो पढ़े तो ऐसा है कि सर कुछ सारा स्ट्रेस हमारे खुद के कर्मों से नहीं है, सिस्टम में भी कुछ फ्लॉज है जिसको हमें बियर करना पड़ता है।
of course, but that creates stress, है ना मैम?
और सर
बिल्कुल
और
सर,
सर
बिल्कुल।
बच्चों को पढ़ाते पढ़ाते जो अपने बच्चों के साथ हम पार्शियलिटी कर देते हैं, घर में भी काम ले जाते हैं, वो बैठते हैं कि ये करा दो, वो करा दो, वो भी नहीं करा पाते, तो वहां से और स्ट्रेस निकल के आता है कि आप तो कामयाब हो गए, आपके बच्चे कहाँ रह गए हैं, तो वो भी तो बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रेस होता है।
ओके,
सही बात है, एकदम सही बात।
ओके सो
सर आप म्यूटेड है।
नो मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. देखिए, yeah. All of you agree with me that you feel stressed, right?
सर
Yes, sir. Yes.
और स्ट्रेस की बहुत सारे कारण हैं, मैम ने भी बताया और दूसरे लोगों ने बताया। So I conducted one study, why teachers are stressed. तो ये काफी बहुत पहले की बात हो गई। आई थिंक दिस स्टडी वाज कंडक्टेड 20 years बैक। अब डेफिनेटली अब इसमें और मॉडिफिकेशन की जरूरत है क्योंकि काफी टाइम चेंज हो गया है। तो एट दैट टाइम व्हेन आई कंडक्टेड माय स्टडी, आई फाउंड दैट टीचर्स आर स्ट्रेस्ड बिकॉज ऑफ 5 reasons. So work overload, most important reason. Student misbehavior, second important reason. Poor classroom resources, third important reason. Lack of recognition in the society, this was the 4th reason. And finally 5th reason was poor colleague relations. हमारे आपस के साथियों के, हमारे शिक्षक जो साथी हैं, शिक्षक जो भाई बहन हैं, उनसे जो हमारे रिलेशंस खराब हैं, तो वो भी स्ट्रेस को कंट्रीब्यूट करता है। डेफिनेटली मैंने ये स्टडी 20 years पहले की थी, अब इसमें और भी बहुत सारे कारण निकल करके आएंगे। बहरहाल वन थिंग इज क्लियर दैट वी फील स्ट्रेस्ड। अब करें क्या? डे बाय डे आई मेंशन दैट क्लरिकल वर्क आल्सो वी आर रिक्वायर्ड टू डू। हमारे ऊपर लोड बढ़ता जा रहा है और जाहिर सी बात है कि आने वाले दिनों में नोबडी नोस कि क्या होगा। आई मीन डे बाय डे यूजीसी इज इंस्ट्रक्टिंग कि ये जो सपोर्ट स्टाफ आपका है उनको कम करो और उनको सैलरी नहीं देना चाहते हैं या चाहते नहीं है कि जो है वो उनके ऊपर ज्यादा पैसा खर्च, तो वर्कलोड हमारे ऊपर रहेगा। और डे बाय डे आई मीन एडिशनल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आल्सो वी आर फेसिंग। कुछ मोटी मोटी बातें हैं मेरी समझ से, इनसे स्ट्रेस को कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है। पहला पॉइंट तो यही है कि व्हाट आई डू, आई डोंट लिंगर ऑन एनीथिंग कि मैं कल कर लूंगा, परसों कर लूंगा, नरसों कर लूंगा। इट्स नेवर लाइक दैट। मैं कोशिश ये करता हूँ कि रोज का रोज काम हो जाए। डेफिनेटली इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल एवरी डे, तो फिर वो एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल उसको करो। जितना आप लिंगर ऑन करते जाएंगे चीजों को, थिंग्स विल बी डिफिकल्ट। Enjoy good relationship with your student. Be calm, be cool. Don't compare your time कि आपके टाइम में टीचर उठा करके आपका बैग फेंक देता था, आपकी बुक फेंक देता था, आपको ह्यूमिलिएट करके क्लास से निकाल देता था, आप कुछ नहीं कहते थे, आप आंसू निकालते थे सिर्फ या खामोश हो जाते थे। तो डोंट थिंक कि योर स्टूडेंट आर सेम एज यू दे विल रिएक्ट। तो उनके साथ पोलाइट बिहेवियर रखिए, अपने बॉस के साथ अच्छे रिलेशंस रखिए, अपने साथियों के साथ अच्छे रिलेशंस रखिए, थोड़ा सा हेल्थ पे ध्यान दीजिए, थोड़ा सा मॉर्निंग में उठने की आदत डालिए, एटलीस्ट 20-25 मिनट वॉक करिए। वॉक या योगा या मेडिटेशन अगर आपसे हो सके। योगा के बहुत सारे एडवांटेजेस हैं। कम से कम एक फायदा ये तो बिल्कुल पक्का है कि थ्रू योगा एंड थ्रू मॉर्निंग वॉक्स या थ्रू फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज you will inhale more and more fresh oxygen. That fresh oxygen will be carried out in every part of your body. तो वो आपकी efficiency को बढ़ा देगी, ये सारी चीजें हैं। आई मीन खाने पीने पर थोड़ा ध्यान दीजिए, कम कैलोरी वाली चीजें लीजिए, आपको बोलने में काफी एनर्जी की जरूरत होती है। सो आवर जॉब इज क्वाइट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द अदर जॉब्स, क्योंकि हम बोलते बहुत ज्यादा है तो हमारी एनर्जी बहुत ज्यादा जाती है, तो उसी हिसाब से हमको फूड सप्लीमेंट जो है वो लेना चाहिए। तो बहुत ज्यादा खाना आई डोंट थिंक इट इज एडवाइजेबल, लेकिन ये की जरूरत की चीजें दैट माइट गिव अस प्रॉपर प्रोटीन एंड विटामिन एंड वेरियस नेसेसरी एलिमेंट्स हमारे जो बॉडी में पहुंचे, इन सारी चीजों का ध्यान रखेंगे तो आई थिंक स्ट्रेस विल बी मैनेज। डोंट थिंक दैट फिजिकल हेल्थ इज सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम स्ट्रेस। अगर हेल्थ पुअर रहेगी इट विल क्रिएट मोर एंड मोर स्ट्रेस। तो फिजिकल हेल्थ, मेंटल हेल्थ, स्पिरिचुअल हेल्थ, कहीं ना कहीं से ये सारी आपस में रिलेटेड है। आई थिंक यू शुड ट्राई टू मैनेज योर स्ट्रेस। देन देयर इज डाइवर्सिटी इन द क्लासरूम। कुछ फर्स्ट जनरेशन स्टूडेंट्स हैं, कुछ 10th जनरेशन स्टूडेंट्स हैं, कुछ डीप लर्नर्स हैं, कुछ सरफेस लर्नर्स हैं, कुछ बातों को एक बार में बहुत क्लियरली समझ जाते हैं, कुछ 10 बार में भी नहीं समझ पाते। आई मीन डाइवर्सिटी इज देयर। सो some students are from rural background, some students are from very remote area, some students are from metros or big cities. So there exists lot of diversity. So that diversity is required to be handled properly. Then comes providing experiences of joyful learning. तो हम joyful learning के experiences कैसे provide कर सकते हैं my friends? What's your opinion?
सर आजकल स्मार्ट क्लास का कॉन्सेप्ट चल गया है। बड़े स्क्रीन पर बच्चों को सब चीजें प्रैक्टिकली दिखा सकते हैं, पृथ्वी कैसे घूमती है, कैसे इक्विनॉक्स होता है, और उससे बच्चा ना देखता है, समझता है। अदरवाइज वो तो जो बुक्स में है वो 2D है, लेकिन जब हम डिवाइस पे दिखाते हैं तो 3D दिखता है।
Okay, that might be one way to create a joyful learning situation. और कुछ?
Learning by doing.
Learning by doing, that might be another thing. और कुछ?
आजकल एक नया कॉन्सेप्ट आया हुआ है गेमिफाइड टीचिंग का या गेमिफाइड लर्निंग का, उसके ऊपर हम अपनी लेक्चर तैयार कर सकते हैं।
ओके, और कुछ?
By creating a playful situation of learning, student-centric learning, and
Okay. So by telling them good stories, by citing good examples, by providing them the opportunity of learning by doing. मैम ने जैसा कहा कि हम बड़ी स्क्रीन पे उसको 3D करके कुछ दिखाना, something like that, activating their senses, so many ways are there through which you can create the experiences of joyful learning. So don't play the dominant role in teaching. आप ही सब कुछ हैं, आप ही बोले जा रहे हैं. There's only one way communication. You are not giving them opportunity to ask. तो इस सब से learning becomes very burdensome. So don't make learning burdensome. Right? Make it joyful. Then comes evaluating performance of the students objectively. We all are assessors, we all are examiners, we all are evaluators. तो हम उनकी परफॉर्मेंस को ऑब्जेक्टिवली एज फार एज पॉसिबल, डेफिनेटली वी ऑल आर ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, वी ऑल हैव आवर स्ट्रेंथ्स एंड लिमिटेशंस. तो 100% ऑब्जेक्टिविटी के साथ हर काम हम कर पाएंगे, डेफिनेटली नॉट पॉसिबल, बट एज फार एज पॉसिबल, सो फार एज इवेल्युएशन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स इज कंसर्न, तो हमको जितना हद से हद हो सके तो वी हैव टू बी ऑब्जेक्टिव. एंड द लास्ट पॉइंट, by being well versed with online and blended mode of teaching. तो blended mode of teaching क्या है my friends?
Offline and online both.
Offline and online both.
So in your university you have got some circular from the UGC related to concept note on blended learning. आपने
Yes,
पढ़ा, सुना है?
जी.
हाँ, तो UGC is encouraging I mean blended mode of learning. तो वो चाहते हैं कि मिक्स करो आप, 30% ऑफलाइन and 70% ऑनलाइन, or 40% ऑफलाइन, 60% ऑनलाइन, or 50-50, or 25-75. But days to come you will be forced to adopt this blended mode of learning, and for that you have to become well versed with all those apps, platforms like Google Meet, platforms like Zoom, and Cisco, and Teams, and So many platforms are there, and how you're going to do that. तो उसके लिए आपको well versed होना चाहिए. I think only then you will be able to play your role effectively, and not only effectively, rather judiciously. So I think by adopting all these strategies, definitely you can perform all of your roles which I mentioned, be it the role of a catalyst, be it the role of a controller, be it the role of a prompter, be it the role of an instructor, be it the role of proactive. I mean, adopting these stages, I'm quite sure you can play your roles. So thank you very much for listening to me with patience. I think it's the proper time to put an end to my lecture, and I think I should be available for you people for the question and answer.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
I'm opening the floor for the question and answer, and I'm
Thank
waiting.
you, sir.
Thank you.
सर मेरा एक सवाल
Great
है
nice
कि
question, sir.
Thank you, sir.
सर मेरा एक सवाल है कि जब ब्लेंडेड मोड पर आएगा,
Thank you, sir.
यूनिवर्सिटी ने जैसे यूजीसी ने रिकमेंड किया है ब्लेंडेड मोड के लिए, तो क्या जो क्लासरूम अटेंडेंस है वो फिर मैटर नहीं किया करेगी, बच्चे ऑनलाइन ही में करेंगे?
राइट. सी रुबीना मैम, देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स. वो अभी बिल्कुल बिगिनिंग की स्टेज में है, यानी हम उस पर कोई बहुत अभी फैसला नहीं ले पाए हैं. सो मेनी थिंग्स आर वी आर डिस्कसिंग, सो मेनी थिंग्स वी आर प्लानिंग, सो मेनी थिंग्स वी आर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग. तो बहरहाल इट इज द बेटर ट्रूथ, यू हैव टू गो फॉर द ब्लेंडेड लर्निंग. तो उसके लिए 30-70 कर सकते हैं, 20-80 कर सकते हैं. मोर वेटेज माइट बी गिवन टू ऑफलाइन, लेस वेटेज माइट बी गिवन टू द ऑनलाइन. कुछ ऐसा हमको करना पड़ेगा. एंड ऑलरेडी अगर आज के दौर में आप देखें तो देयर आर सो मेनी कॉलेजेस, देयर आर सो मेनी यूनिवर्सिटीज विच आर नॉन अटेंडिंग कॉलेजेस और नॉन अटेंडिंग यूनिवर्सिटीज. मीन्स दैट प्रोग्राम, दैट कोर्स इज ए रेगुलर मोड कोर्स. Students have enrolled in a regular mode course, but they don't want to come. तो उनके लिए तो ऑनलाइन लर्निंग एक बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, इफ दे डोंट वांट टू कम. लेकिन कुछ जो प्रैक्टिकल एक्टिविटीज हैं, जैसे बीएड में खासतौर से प्रैक्टिस टीचिंग है, या इट इज अ कोर्स ऑन सर्जरी, इट्स अ कोर्स ऑन इंजीनियरिंग, तो वहां पर एवरीथिंग यू कांट लर्न, यू कांट टीच देम, they can't learn everything from online mode. So for that they have to come in offline mode. So that's why UGC is recommending about this blended mode of learning, and even they have mentioned the sources as well, कि कहाँ से, किस सोर्स से, कहाँ से हम एक्सपेरिमेंट्स के बारे में देख सकते हैं, किस सोर्स से हम प्रैक्टिकल्स के बारे में देख सकते हैं. एवरीथिंग इज मेंशन्ड.
थैंक यू सो मच. बहुत शुक्रिया सर, बहुत थैंक यू.
थैंक यू रुबीना मैम. और कोई क्वेश्चन?
Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful session, sir.
Yes, Surbi ma'am. But if you have any question, you can ask. No question?
Sir.
Oh, if I thought that you will not be asking question, then I would have spoken few minutes more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
रितु मैम कुछ कहना चाहती हैं?
प्लीज आगे बताइए, अच्छा लग रहा है बहुत आपके साथ. नाइस सेशन सर.
Yeah.
Sir, please continue.
Yeah. So if Ritu ma'am, you want to share anything, you can share with me.
सर नथिंग. सर आपने बहुत अच्छा एक्सप्लेनेशन करा, तो एवरीथिंग इज वेरी गुड. सब कुछ ब्रेन में गया, अच्छा लगा. वेरी नाइस.
Okay, Ritu ma'am, thank you. What do you teach, ma'am? रितु मैम क्या पढ़ाती हैं? I think she's exited. Okay. Any other question from any other participant?
सर केमिस्ट्री पढ़ाती हूँ.
अच्छा, केमिस्ट्री पढ़ाती हैं. जी. जी सुरभि मैम कुछ पूछना चाहती हैं? आप म्यूटेड हैं मैम.
हाँ सर, हम अपनी टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस को और कैसे इफेक्टिव बना सकते हैं, अगर आप हमें और 2-4 पॉइंट्स बता दें.
ओके.
हाँ सर. आजकल ये जो चैलेंजिंग सिचुएशन में हम लोग, मैडम ने जैसा बोला कि हम लोग कैसा हम लोग इफेक्टिव हो सकेंगे, काम कर सकेंगे, आप बताइए.
Okay. Dr. Rubina and Dr. Lunking, So, do you find my today's session good, effective?
Yes.
Very nice, sir.
Yes,
Very
sir.
informative.
Very nice.
It was very participative.
Okay. Why? Why?
सर क्योंकि आपने हमें भी इंक्लूड किया ना डिस्कशन में.
So all of you agree with me that you all were active in my session, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And why you were active? Simply because I was active, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
अगर मैं एक्टिव नहीं होता तो आप कभी एक्टिव नहीं होते. मैं चुपचाप जो है वो स्लाइड को पढ़ता रहता. आप क्या करते? कैमरा बंद कर देते, किचन में चले जाते, खाना वाना बनाते या कहीं चले जाते, कुछ भी होता. एंड इट वुड हैव बीन हाईली इनइफेक्टिव काइंड ऑफ सेशन. तो इफेक्टिव बनाने के लिए, स्टूडेंट्स को एक्टिवेट करने के लिए, स्टूडेंट्स से रिस्पॉन्स लेने के लिए, सेशन को इंटरेक्टिव बनाने के लिए, यू हैव टू कम ऑन द फ्रंट. आपको आगे आना पड़ेगा, आपको एक्टिव होना पड़ेगा. So I think if you will play your role effectively, so things will be, students will be active. If you will be active, students will be active. Besides that, lecturing is not only one way. There might be so many other things. आप उनको स्टोरी सुना सकते हैं, केस स्टडीज सुना सकते हैं, इवन उनको इंस्ट्रक्ट कर सकते हैं पढ़ने को. जैसा मैंने आपसे कहा कि आप गूगल पे देखो कि मैथ्स प्रो क्या है, आप गूगल खोलो और बताओ कि इंटरप्राइज रिसोर्स प्लानिंग क्या, समथिंग लाइक दैट. तो इस तरह से आई थिंक एडॉप्टिंग सो मेनी स्ट्रेटजीज, नॉट रिलाइंग मच ऑन द वर्ड्स. अगर एक्टिविटीज पर फोकस करें, स्टोरीज पर फोकस करें, ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग पर फोकस करें, केस स्टडीज पर फोकस करें, तो आई एम क्वाइट श्योर कि टीचिंग विल बी इफेक्टिव. राइट माय फ्रेंड्स? यस,
डेफिनेटली.
यस.
Yes, sir.
रुबीना मैम, यू गॉट इट?
जी सर. जी
हाँ,
सर.
जी. और
सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज कि मैंने आपके 2 लेक्चर अटेंड किए और दोनों बिल्कुल डिफरेंट थे. उस दिन आपने एक अलग मोड पे समझाया और आज आपने बिल्कुल अलग मोड पे समझाया. थैंक यू सो मच.
ओके. शाहिदा मैम कुछ कहना चाहती हैं? आप म्यूटेड है मैम.
नो सर.
ओके.
थैंक यू सो मच सर.
ओके. सो
सर आपको सर मैंने आज दोबारा देखा. मैंने 2019 में आपका लेक्चर सुना था इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम में. 2019 में आपने वहाँ पे सर रिसर्च पर्सन के हिसाब में था और अभी भी आपको मिला सर. यहाँ से थैंक यू सर अलीगढ़ और आपको.
Okay, thank you my friends. So if there are no more questions, so should I say goodbye to you people?
Thank you so much sir.
Okay,
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my friends.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.